Lights come on, cameras roll. In the zone, kick news patrol. Every night we bring the groove. Anchor moves making you approve. Weather bites, stories tight. Day and night we get it right. Feel the beat, feel the vibe. Tune in live, we going worldwide. Kick news on your TV. Catch the headlines, it's for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the studio, the one, the only Burger Planet! Hello and welcome to Kick News, your number one source for streamer clips and world headlines. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Pokimane. She's stressed. Aiden is teaming up with a new crew for the Streamer Awards. And Osman Gold has his opinions. All of that and more tonight on Kick News. Now we don't have a moment to waste. Let's get into our first clip. It's about Steve Will Do It, and it looks like he's released a trailer for his new TV show, Convict Kitchen, launching January 1st on YouTube. Let's roll the first clip. Danny! Convict Kitchen. Oh, yeah. You thought this was gonna be easy? Tuh.
This
You are
is the
wrong.
wild, wild fucking west of cooking shows.
Whoa. Really? F-bombs on the
My
cooking
name is
show.
Steve Will Do It, and
Damn,
this
dude.
is Convict Kitchen.
Whoa.
Convict Kitchen is ex-cons all over the country coming to compete in a cooking show for a
that
grand
Dean?
prize of $251,000.
Dean Jorts?
Not only are we cooler than MasterChef,
got Dean
we get
on
more
this?
money than MasterChef.
I wonder why Dean didn't talk to him anymore. He's famous.
I need this 50 bands. I need 50,000.
I have close to $1 million in restitution.
they're not
and
all-
I'm coming home with this money to pay off those victims.
Wonder what he did.
MasterChef does not have shit on Convict Kitchen.
Yo, my name's Burger. I'm up in here in Convict Kitchen. I don't care about the money. I'm just here to stab a motherfucker. Let's do it.
You're a fucking dumb. The whole idea of Convict Kitchen is creating elevated prison cuisine. Pretty damn good.
I'm about to
Prison
shank this
commissaries have
lamb, babe. I'm
approved
about to shank
ingredients
this
and
lamb
snacks.
shank.
And that's all our ex-cons have to use.
So they call a shank in prison.
Get ready. I don't even
I
know
just
what
said
the fuck's
shank.
about to happen. All right, everybody. You guys know the rules.
Who's that
You know
chick?
the competition. You have one
And this is a prostitute we found on Skid Row. Hello. Meet Gloria, my new girlfriend.
fucking hour starting right now.
She there, bud.
All day, name the time and name the place. Heard somebody say something, but they won't say it to my face.
Oh,
This is the hardest shit I've ever made.
What's up?
Get the fuck out of here, I'm so sorry.
Come on.
If you fail, you're gonna go back to jail.
Back. If you fail, you go back to jail. I like the twist. If you fail,
Tasted like we call
you go back to jail.
Leave the fucking kitchen. 3, 2,
Oh, no.
1. Hands up! Buy your back! Buy your
Oh,
back!
no, you
this
didn't.
is Convict Kitchen, world's best cooking show. I'll see you on the track bar.
Damn. Convict Kitchen. Coming on YouTube January 1st. Steve will do it, guys. Check it out. Are you going to check it out? Oh, you guys are going to check it out. All right. Kick streamer Benny Mac enables Bot Shield and reveals his actual view count. And it's not good, Denny. It is, let's get a zoom enhanced, 25 viewers. Yikes. Yikes. He's just not that likable, Denny. Looks like Aiden Ross has a new team for his streamer awards. We thought he was giving up, but here's an update. Roll a clip, Danny. We all need to see this. We're stoked. I know we're all huge Aiden Ross fans, right, guys? Hell yeah. All right, we love him. All right, roll it.
Chat, I'm going to team up with Amaranth's husband and
Amaranth's husband. No one knows his name.
It's going to just be Kick Awards.
Amaranth's husband. You should just change his legal name to Amaranth, or his channel to Amaranth's husband. Burger. We love you, burger.
We're going to do streamer awards, and we're going to do the real awards. We're going to also give out clips to retards. Nick Fuentes deserves a fucking award, am I right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna give out awards
drop
to
some F-bombs. Connect with us
awards.
lower
and non-biasedness.
Lower peons.
Gay
We need
ass bullshit.
cursing.
LA friends.
Talk about lean.
We're gonna give out some fucking awards to people that deserve fucking awards.
Gambling.
Chat, I'm gonna team up with
Shot. Yeah, shot. He's teaming up with the A-Team. They're gonna assemble like Voltron, Danny. Here's Osman Golds calling out Cutie Cinderella and Hassan and all the dude. It's all coming down, dude. It's all coming down, crashing it down.
That, it's rigged, right?
Which
is like crazy.
happening.
You know who else said it was rigged?
Hassan removed by moderator. Oh shit! Damage control, Danny. They got pro Hassan mods out there, Danny. Holy
they
shit!
went and deleted the clip.
Best just
No
chatting.
way.
Sorry, you know what I'm gonna put there? Come
they're-
on, chat.
The mods
You
are
already
doing cover-ups
nominate
on
me so I can
live
lose
stream
again.
fellas. Yeah, I
You
heard
nominated
that.
for
They're
anything?
like,
Dog.
maybe they get paid
It's
off or
voted.
something.
You didn't vote, which I don't even think it's that. I'm gonna be honest.
They got the live stream mods in their back
we have a
pocket.
pretty
Hey,
big
here's
community.
here's 2,000.
I'm certain that we did
Here's
show
2
up,
G's.
But
Delete
it
that
is what it is. We've been
clip in the mirror,
You're
Danny.
right, bro. You're completely right, and you know you're right.
Ban
but
him, Danny.
man, are you roaching out on her after she went to bed?
I talk over the clips so much. I was going to get upset, but I remember what my anger management coach said, teacher, and thank you for your constructive criticism, and I will make note of that. Okay.
After you with that dog thing, is this ego or is it integrity?
Ban yourself.
Nobody knows.
You know what to do. Ban yourself.
nominated every year. Some years you're just not gonna get
Cali,
nominated.
motherfucker.
You didn't promo us? Oh, shut
Yes.
up.
I let
Shut up.
Cali
Shut up.
handle it. I put it in
Yeah.
Cali's
100%
hands.
Coke.
Yeah, and so why weren't you on there?
All right.
You know why you weren't on
Good
there.
luck with that. I don't know.
You
even know what
know.
I did. I did
Man.
something on the fifth dimension over there.
That's actually really surprising
You're hexed now,
that
man.
he would roach
You got
out
a
on them
hex,
like
bro.
that. God damn.
Good luck.
God
Good
damn, he really
luck.
wanted to be on there. I think it's funny because he's right. Like, it's so obvious, right? It's so obvious
Hope you
that
weren't
it was
planning
not
on
fucking
leaving
completely
the house
fan-voted, right? It was
the
not.
next 20
Again,
years.
if she would just come out and say, we didn't give some people nominations because they wouldn't, if the sponsors wouldn't like it, I would be like, okay, all right, reasonable. That's fine. You want to make money,
Wow.
it's okay. But you want to go and say it's fan voted and then insult and insinuate that the people that didn't get nominated are view botters.
Oh.
Because Cutie did
Bitch.
insinuate that one of the people, all the people that didn't get nominated, and
That
Hassan is part of that category,
conniving
is categorically a view
cunt.
botter. She did. Everybody knows she did that.
No.
And so
she wouldn't.
you
Really?
didn't need to do that.
Maybe she did.
You didn't have to do that.
Fuck.
But you did that.
You didn't have to do what you did, but you did, and you did. And I fuck you.
You didn't have to do that. Sons Community has a history of not voting. Oh, really? They had a history of not voting? Then why do you get nominated every other year?
This is really...
What? Wait, what about that? Yeah, how does this work? I'm a bot. Yeah, how'd that happen? If you told me that Hassan would team up with Asmon and XQC to accuse QD of rigging the nominations, I would have never believed you. Is this his way of getting back at her for confirming that he taped over the shot caller prom? God, watching this fake streamer group implode is so fucking satisfying. It's not as satisfying as covering it every single day. I want to let you know that it doesn't matter how happy you are watching this happen, because you will never be happier than me watching it happen. You will never be able to understand
He's sadistic, Danny.
How much fulfillment this brings me.
What a sad man. I don't know. You never understand. We do have a video of Osman Gold from behind the scenes of his streams. This is what really goes down when he turns the camera off. He's got some deep, dark secrets, Danny. You're never gonna believe this. Roll the next clip, Danny.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch, and also what my plans are going forward. I think this has been something that's a long time coming. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this. I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter.
Spot on.
But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as hopefully better content.
Oh my God.
And if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it. Mouth is pretty dry. I'm just going to focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life. You guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting. And I hope that I can live up to that in the future.
I'm on animation. He's got all his McDonald's cups out. Accurate. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. It looks like, what was that? The Christopher Bell and the Mechanic. Oh my God. Yeah, he's clutching his sword. Oh no. What are those? His other shells that his other molts he's molting. What?
Man, it's been a crazy 2 weeks, I'll tell you that. Trump is, he's coming out with some plans. This is the time where you can say elections have consequences. We are in for 4 years.
Is that a rat? I thought he's has
some of
roaches.
The best content that I think we've seen in a long time. So, like, they're doing this thing with, like, these deportations where they bring in like celebrities to deport people, and it made me wonder, what is the probability that Tom Homan would let me go with him dressed up as Ash Ketchum with watching him do deportations?
He's morphine.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be really good content.
He's molting, Danny.
Your statement about not voting to disadvantage yourself is really blowing up on X.
He's one of them.
Support.
I knew it.
Well, of course it is.
Oh my God.
Of course, it's just a logical perspective to have. Now, there's a bunch of emotionally unstable retards on the internet that like to distort reality.
Oh my God.
But no, of course, I'm not going to vote for somebody who's going to say that
he's
someone
been one
else
of
is
them
gonna have
all
a privilege
along.
that I can't have. Why the fuck
How
would
did
I
we
ever
not
do
see
that?
this?
That's the most retarded thing you can imagine. So no, of course, that's like, I mean, why don't I just vote to have somebody shoot me? Hog whistle's a lie. I am Guys, I'm not one of these Holocaust
said he used a dead
deniers.
rat as an alarm
I think
clock.
the Holocaust probably
The sun would hit it in the morning
I think
and
probably
it would heat up.
99%
Ew.
certainty it happened.
The Nazis burned books on
Oh,
gender
the
sciences.
roaches.
They did do that. It's a bit of a miss. Like, my
Whoa,
understanding is that they burned them not because it was gender stuff, but because it was
shit,
written in
dude,
Jewish and not German.
He's
Look at
growing an
this. People wonder our
exoskeleton.
tax dollars used to promote wokeness in video games.
Oh my
and
God.
USA
That's his
paid
vision when he
Politico
sees those
millions of
roaches
dollars
over
a
it.
year to write pieces like this one, which was promotes diversity and describes Gamergate as disinformation.
Oh my God. This reminds me, when I lived in Brooklyn, one of my, well, actually, like every apartment I lived in, there's cockroaches and stuff a lot in New York. But in these old buildings and stuff, and there's so many different tenants. I was always living in apartment buildings. And, man, I woke up and I felt something on my face. And I was like, oh, woke up and like jumped up out of bed and turned on the light. And there was nothing. And then I went back to sleep. And then like 30 minutes later, there's like something on my face again. I was like, oh, jumped up, turned on the light. There were 2 cockroaches on the wall. One of them was mounted, the other one, and it was like doing its thing. And then there's like a third, they were like mating or something, doing the wild thing. And then there was another roach that was just like watching them, like a little cockroach over to the side. And he was just watching. He was a little freak. Yeah, it was nasty, dude. And then I put it all out war. I figured out where they were coming up from. There was like a gap underneath the chimney where the floor molding was. So I called the building owner, and he had like his brother was the superintendent or whatever the buildings, and he came over and put some caulk in the seal up that gap. And then I bought some. Then there was another gap that I thought they were coming up from the there was like a boiler steam thing. They had like a valve, and then you could control how much steam went into the thing, to how hot it got and stuff. And there was a little gap around that, so I put this copper Chore Boy scouring pad stuff. I stuffed it in the gaps around the metal pipe because it wouldn't catch fire and stuff whenever the pipes get really hot. They get like super hot, so I stuffed down that in there, and I never had any more problems with the roaches. But
Pain.
You mean the
So,
heebie-jeebies?
this is the thing, guys. I want these people to suffer because that's what they did.
That's like
to
a
me.
nightmare for me.
Get
seeing
rid of
that.
them. Make an example of them. Say, listen, this is what happens. Gamers rise up. What goes around? Yep, what goes around comes around. And we're coming. Mute the stream for about
Several years later.
if you don't want to hear something really bad. So I walked down to the store the other day, and I could tell that the back of my pants, my dick and balls, was getting a little bit too cold. Now, that doesn't happen a lot. And I looked and I realized part of the back of my sweatpants had been eaten away because we had a rat infestation in our house. And one of the rats had gotten trapped in my room.
Oh my God.
I guess sweat.
I wonder
and
why
dried
there's a
cum
rat.
off of the back of my sweatpants, and the entire back of it was gone. Incel attitude. Well, I guess I'm an incel, and I think everybody else should be too. And if there's incel attitude, I guess I'm an incel, and I think everybody else should be too. And if there's enough of us, we can change the rules. And I think that's what we should do.
Incel's
I
cool,
want
dude.
my tax money going towards.
I'm the ceiling now.
I think that if you're in this country,
No, this is
and
actual
you commit any crime that's worse than jaywalking,
security
and you're not a
footage
citizen,
from his-
I want you deported.
Yes, it's a.
People used to bring their families to watch
Surreal.
lynchings. People are more than willing to do something that's horrible if they think that they're doing it for the right reason.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Yeah, if you'd like to follow that, it's called Amon, AAMON Animations. If you'd like to see more of his animations, he does a lot of. There's usually some part where they go all crazy and weird and stuff. Pretty neat, Danny. Here's an update on the D4 David murder case.
This massive mistake.
Roll it, Danny.
This massive mistake just cost David everything, as he's now a suspect in this awful tragedy, and I don't know how, but somehow this case just keeps on getting so much worse. As it's now been a couple months since the singer went into hiding in the middle of his tour after a body of a girl linked to him was found in an abandoned Tesla by his home, leading people to find out the chilling potential clues left by David online for years. And honestly, I mean, this story has been impossible to avoid for the last couple of months because it just keeps on getting more and more sinister. I mean, I'm gonna give you a content warning here. And originally,
people try to say a lot of things about me, but no one's ever found a dead girl in the back of my car. I'm not that bad.
Wanted to wait to upload this video.
I thought he was great. Oh my god.
Add an arrest, or at least
looks like
something.
He was the psycho.
But as the weeks went on and even months went on, we still have no arrest. And I think if anything, people are more confused now than ever. But he was finally just made a suspect. And at this point, I feel like the internet is kind of looking at the detectives like they're Internet Explorer or something, working on dial-up internet. So today I thought we'd break down what we know and the updates to this entire situation. So first and foremost, the horrible news first broke on September 9th when employees at a Hollywood impound lot noticed a foul smell coming from what seemed to be an abandoned Tesla. When police arrived and searched the vehicle, they unfortunately found the remains of a 15-year-old girl, who was later identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And the Tesla was quickly discovered to be registered to the singer David, who was actually on his North American leg of his tour at the time. And at first, everyone assumed it was this like terrible tragic coincidence. But as more details came out and more people looked into everything from David's posts to his music videos and I guess his whole digital footprint, things started to get pretty creepy. And obviously, before we cover this, legal disclaimer here, I am not accusing David of anything.
This guy, he has the energy of like, let's see,
videos and I guess his whole digital footprint.
He's got like, it's like if a scarecrow was like mated with a skateboarder or something. I don't know. It's like
things started to get pretty creepy, and obviously,
like a homeless scarecrow.
Legal disclaimer here: I am not accusing David of anything. We're just objectively looking at all of the information that has been gathered by the internet. So first and foremost, who is David, or David Anthony Burke?
We're good.
He found his way to fame by creating his own music for his Fortnite edits to avoid copyright strikes, which is relatable for a whole lot of creators because anyone who uploads to YouTube.com quickly realizes relatable for a whole lot of creators because anyone who uploads to YouTube.com quickly realizes if you don't own the music or have the license to use that music, you're going to get claimed very quickly. But this turned into a blessing for him because he started putting out a bunch of music on SoundCloud and other social media platforms, and eventually having one of his songs titled Romantic Homicide go viral on TikTok in 2022. I mean, just by the title of the song, there's some similarities here between this and YNW Melly, because it's very unfortunate that, you know, he may be a suspect in a homicide case now with his hit song being Romantic Homicide. Obviously, the big difference here is Melly was found guilty, but he had a hit song called.
Make sure you stay tuned till the end of Kick News, because we're going to be putting together this NewTek NTS3 Chaos Chord Chaos pad, and also we're going to be trying out the new Akai MPK4. We're going to do a little music segment after the
very unfortunate on trial for a double homicide. Back to the topic. The title of his hit song Romantic Homicide is quite chilling when you consider what's currently going on. Plus, the video was posted the day of Celeste's birthday. You know, that's not the only eerie coincidence here. But the online success of his music led him to being signed Interscope Records, and a couple months later released his second single, Here With Me. David continued to
early Christmas
huge opportunities like opening.
Hey, when you're an adult, any day can be Christmas. It's awesome. I don't wait till Christmas comes. I don't have anything to open. I've been getting things all year.
For SZA on tour and creating music for TV shows
we're
like
losing
Invincible
frames
and
again,
Arcane,
guys.
Which
Tell
is
me,
insane if you think about it, because the guy is only 20 years old and he's already accomplished this much. And it seemed like everything was going well for him on the surface, but it turns out there was potentially a dark secret hiding behind everything. Or maybe it was just out in the open, but no one noticed it. Because 8 days after the news of the body being discovered broke, it was announced that the remains had been identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a girl who had been missing since April 5th, 2024. And at the time, she was only 13 years old. And what made things even wilder was she had a tattoo on her finger that apparently matched the one that David has as well. And
yo, that looks mad suspicious. And his tattoo says shh, and her tattoo says David. Dude, that's super creepy, dude. He's hanging out with like little kids and shit. 13 years old, Danny. That's crazy, dude.
And her mother reported that she was dating someone named David, but she had never met him. So suddenly, there were a lot more signs pointing to David than anyone originally thought.
And he had lyrics in his songs about murdering her and all this. I mean, just look at the evidence. I'd say it looks like he did it. I mean, he found her in the back of his car.
Internet sleuths started coming through Discord messages, live streams, tweets, and even his lyrics, looking for more evidence of their alleged connections. And it's safe to say, they found a whole lot. Because apart from the already mentioned song titled Romantic Homicide, which was coupled with a equally concerning music video where he ends the life of a girl who suspiciously looks a whole lot like Celeste while singing the lyrics like, in the back of my mind, I killed you and I didn't even regret it. I don't know how much more blatant it can get than that. Let's say it's still a coincidence. But
I think he used his fame to groom
a lot of other concerning stuff that might have happened to Celeste in his music and his digital footprint in general. Because just another video titled One More Dance, where the premise is literally another murder where the body is stuffed in the trunk of a car. So, you know, I guess she was stuffed in a frunk rather than a trunk, so that's the only difference here. But again, that girl in that music video looks a whole lot like Celeste. And that led everyone to question, is he essentially trying to like confess he is stuffed in One More Dance? I don't know how much lyrics like ends Romantic Homicide, which was coupled with a equally concerning music video where he ends the life of a girl who suspiciously looks a whole lot like Celeste while singing the lyrics like, in the back of my mind, I killed you.
See, people think that he got her pregnant and then he murdered her to like cover it up or something. Because if they would have found out that he was the father, he would have gotten in trouble for like, you know, hooking up with a minor or whatever.
And I didn't even regret it. I don't know how much more blatant it can get than that. Let's say it's still a coincidence, but there's still a whole lot of other concerning stuff that might.
But now he's gonna get in trouble for murder, so I don't know how. Both were not good, but I don't know. I don't think that one was any better.
Have happened to Celeste in his music. And his
another bad choice.
In general. Just another video titled
one bad choice with another,
where
right?
the premise is literally another murder where the body is stuffed in the trunk of a car. So, you know, I guess she was stuffed in a frunk rather than a trunk, so that's the only difference here. But again, that girl in that music video looks a whole lot like Celeste. And that led everyone to question, is he essentially trying to like confess without confessing and get away with creating potential evidence around right in front of everyone's eyes? I don't know. Nobody knows yet. But like I said though, it wasn't just
he also had like this weird things at his concerts. There'd be like he'd have a hearse pull up and then they'd take out like a casket and then everybody would write like their you know, things about something, and I don't know, he'd have like a mock funeral at every concert, like really weird shit. Not your normal thing. Like, and he'd come out, he'd sell t-shirts with like blood all over them and stuff, and he'd come out with like fake blood all over him, and like I don't know. It seems like he did it. I don't know. That's what it. Just look at all the evidence.
And Reddit started.
He also said they found out that he was in Santa Barbara, out in like the middle of nowhere, for like a number of hours, like late one night, and I guess people were speculating that that was maybe the night he did it or something.
David's community was at least aware of this inclination toward underage girls, as well as his connection to towards underage girls, as well as his connection to Celeste. And this seems to be that we're talking about today. And here there were chats with David and a user named Celeste in a Discord server where they're flirting and claiming they were expecting a baby. So yeah, I get this.
All right, welcome back. I think, I don't know.
Discord server, and then your Discord users who seem to
we're dropping frames again.
Only tell people that David and Celeste were dating. But of course, it keeps getting worse because there are a few messages from people calling him out for allegedly having a part in Celeste's disappearance and trying to solicit young girls in general. So it seems like there were a few people in his community trying to get this information out long before Celeste's body was found. Like, take these Reddit posts, for example. There were clearly people calling him out for this. And it's also interesting to note the similarities between the details, like using the initial C, and the girl being from Lake Elsinore, just like Celeste. It just added to the mounting pile of things that did not make David look great in the slightest. And it's also crazy that at the time, people were dismissing this as gossip and actually attacking the original posters for feeding witch hunts. Because now, it seems like there's a good chance he was connected to this very young girl in some capacity at least, even if he had absolutely nothing to do with the crime. So naturally, tweet after tweet went viral exposing future potential clues that made David look more and more guilty. Old unreleased songs titled Celeste and even clips from
I don't understand why the police didn't like go and get this guy right off the bat for questioning, like as soon as they found a dead girl in the back of his car, impounded car at the impound lot. You know, it's like, why did they, you know, they gave him so much time to like flee to Mexico, or, you know, he's already in California. That would be like the easiest place probably for him to go from where he's at. You know, it's like they gave him like, I don't know. It's like, I don't understand it.
2024 live stream where a girl who was said to be Celeste calls him out for being weird for being with an underage girl, and I guess referring to herself.
That's controversial. It's controversial of being kids.
Oh, and then he was on a live stream with this girl too.
Oh my, delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Maz, can we delete all?
I don't think they deleted it, Danny. We got the clip.
When people say delete everything, the general public had started to change their opinion on David and what level of involvement he may or may not have had. Friends of David came out to say they had assumed that she was 19 when they first met her because they were at age-restricted events, but police did confirm she did have fake IDs. So I mean, hey, this could be true. They might have actually not known, but he ended up canceling the rest of his tour when the body was identified, which honestly makes sense regardless of the involvement, because, you know, people are going to show up wanting to confront you. And
possibly didn't know she lied about her age. Like, people do that.
A lot of people who are already outraged at the lack of action by law enforcement in regards to arresting David. Obviously, there's an investigation happening behind the scenes, and we still to this day have no idea what's actually happening now. But there have been a few videos from Law and Crime Network uploaded over the past few weeks featuring a private investigator who was hired by the owners of the home David was renting. He said that the homeowners hired him because they felt in the dark in regards to the search conducted on their property and what items of theirs could have possibly been seized during it. But they also wanted to do their own due diligence and supply the police with any additional information they were able to find. And it seems like this private investigator did in fact find a few interesting things. Things like the alleged identity of the last person to drive the Tesla and to park it on the street where it was eventually towed.
Do you know who was driving that car, that Tesla?
As far as where we believe the final parking spot where it was towed from, yes.
Now obviously he doesn't disclose this information, but he's saying confidently that he knows who parked that Tesla, which is a potentially huge piece to this case. He also states that through social media,
whoever was the last driver, I mean, more than likely had a connection to that girl's murder. I mean, we could assume, but
people in David's orbit began to come out of the woodwork to supply him with photo and video evidence, with him finding photos showing Celeste alive on January 2nd, 2025, months after she was last spotted on surveillance cameras running away from home.
A tremendous amount of people have come to me, and I've learned a lot. Now, a lot of it's circumstantial, right? But there are people that are directly in his orbit, and there are people that have a lot of photos and videos from inside the home itself. So we
I think that clip though was taken from a viewer.
They were screen recording it. And there's a lot of them. It's in the thousands.
downloaded
I'll say the last
VOD
photo
quick or
that
something?
we have of Celeste is
Before they can delete it?
January 2nd, 2025.
So allegedly, there's proof that she was with David.
What is
but
you
again,
just got
he has to be
untimed
vague
out
due
and
to
you
the
say
nature of
something
this
like that.
investigation right now. But he also hints to more evidence that might make David look even more
Something wrong
guilty.
with this
But
guy.
obviously, it's hard to know what this could be. It could be anything from like lyrics to emails to actually interviewing people who knew him.
There are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence, that there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her. And it's scary, sadistic stuff. And that's why we're trying to learn more about that. I wish I could say more, but for obvious reasons, I can't.
A good point that got brought up that I didn't even know about was
I
the
guess
fact
her
that it was
body was dismembered too. I don't know like to what extent, but I'm guessing that maybe he cut off her hand or finger or something to try to cover that up because it had a direct connection to him. It said his name on her finger. I'm guessing. Obviously I don't know, but yeah, they said something.
There's only one key to this house, and someone was in the house, with the Tesla being parked nearby while David began his tour. And if this ends up being the same person as who parked the Tesla, it's looking like we have someone who might know what really happened to Celeste.
There's only one key to that house, and who had that, and who had access to it, and who was in it, because who had that key is probably the same person that, had access to the Tesla.
But the private investigator also gave us some pretty helpful clarification in regards to the stage of the investigation, since it all started to seem like nothing was happening at all, and that David may have actually been cleared as a suspect. Like, take this tweet from, October 3rd, that links to this article here that made it kind of seem like David had potentially been exonerated based on its awkward wording. But what the article actually says is the police haven't been able to confirm if her passing was a result of foul play or something like an overdose. So currently, the authorities are reportedly not seeking a person of interest or suspect at this point of the investigation.
To be clear, okay, David Anthony Burke has not been officially implicated in any crime, any wrongdoing. He's not been charged.
His publicist
he's not been named a suspect,
or like
not a person of interest.
I think he was on like
Obviously, his
Atlantic
connection is through
Atlantic Records or something, dude. They must have pulled some kind of strings to like keep him out of hot water that long. Because are you kidding? Why wouldn't he be a suspect? Like, you find a dead person in your car, whoever owns the car probably might have something to do with it. I don't know.
the car and these reports that he had some sort of relationship with Celeste.
And the private investigator confirmed this, saying that, currently they still need to confirm what crime actually happened before anyone can start pointing fingers here.
I saw a headline saying, they've confirmed that it's not a murder, not homicide. That's not what they said. They said they're just standing on their previous statement. Listen, a crime definitely occurred. And they even say that at least concealment of the body.
So at the minimum, it's a concealment of a body. But if the toxicology report comes back that her passing was a result of an overdose, it is no longer a murder investigation, instead just about the crimes that were committed as a result of an overdose.
They're still relying on what's going to come back from the medical examiner's office, since there's not a determination there, at least publicly.
What is definitely concerning about this, though, is there's a chance that this only ends up being a misdemeanor for the people involved, since apparently concealing evidence, even a body, is technically only a misdemeanor in California.
If someone just moved Celeste's body, possibly under California law, that may be just a misdemeanor. There's a law that says every person who, having knowledge of an accidental death, actively conceals or attempts to conceal that death shall be guilty of a misdemeanor.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You can willfully conceal and suppress evidence and destroy evidence to hide it from investigators and family and everybody else, and it's still a misdemeanor.
Who would have known? Currently, it seems like the police aren't even showing their hands. I'm sure they still have way more information than the general public and an idea of what actually happened, but it won't be shared with us until they
probably
know
a lot of serial killers
life was taken by someone.
I think if they got a good toxicology, let's say it came back and it was clearly an overdose of some sort, there would have been some sort of indication by now, and that could be, then initial charges could be dropped. I don't know why initial charges couldn't be dropped now, even if they have the stack on top of them, because I know they'll probably say, well, he's cooperating. If it's been 2 months and you have,
why wouldn't they be an accessory to murder?
So probably not. He's probably, the counsel's telling him not to, and what's the difference if he's Mirandized or not?
So
there's other states that have laws
got off, like people were.
There's other states that have laws that, say there was a case where 3 guys, they broke into someone's house, and then the homeowner shot one of the robbers, and the guy died. The kid died, the robber, and then the other 2 burglar kids, they got charged with being connected to a murder from doing the burglary with him, and then they got sentenced like 20 years or something crazy. And they didn't even murder the guy, but there's a lot of cases of people, I guess, in prison that they were just like, you know, in the car or at the scene or whatever, but they didn't actually murder anyone, but then they got charged with murder. Isn't that wild?
Claiming. Plus, it was reported that the authorities conducted an overnight raid on a Hollywood Hills house linked to David as a part of this investigation. And the detectives were seen taking a computer and several other items from the home.
I guess just don't.
If there is anything to find, most likely
Right.
they have a whole lot more than just some Discord messages. But there's still no shortage of accusations and speculation being thrown around online, just adding to the media frenzy and muddying the details. Like this clip of some live streamer that claims to show David's bodyguard admitting that he was involved in whatever happened.
Let's keep it positive, guys.
And it's
I don't
very
know what's
clear
going
that
on
he
with
did
some
not
of you
know he was
tonight,
on a
but
live stream here.
Listen, did you hear
I
about
think
the
some of
David
you are
case?
in the wrong
Yeah.
chat
In the
tonight.
back
You might want to go check out, see if anybody else is live.
No.
You're not fitting into this community.
But I mean,
Sorry.
after watching that video, it just seems like it's engagement bait. Like, I don't actually think this is a real thing. And the streamer who did this is Cuffham, and I honestly don't think he's above getting someone random to just, you know, say this so we can have some viral clips. But anyway, like I said, no matter what, this is just a terrible tragedy. You have a 15-year-old girl who lost her life, and
think
obviously
Wappy-
she is not here to tell her story. And people have been scummy enough to try and shift some blame.
I think Wappy Flanker might be live restreaming my stream. You could watch it. Somebody said you were restreaming my stream, dude. What's up with that, bruh?
Onto her. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't
Is
think
that true?
victim blaming her is the right thing to do whatsoever. But David hired the best of the best when it comes to defense lawyers, Blair Burke, the woman who
I'm gonna
represented
sue
Harvey
you, bro.
Weinstein. And many people are saying this alone is pointing
Just
that
in
he
the
could be
corner.
guilty. Like getting the best of the best
A
could
little.
mean that you need the best of the best,
Hmm.
but also if he's innocent here, it also makes sense to get the best of the best. So who knows what's going on? And then you have a bunch of people online who are actually attacking Burke online as well, just for agreeing to represent him. But along with the cancellations of the rest of his world tour, David's sponsors Hollister and Crocs dropped him literally days
Uh-oh.
after he was announced
No
as the
shit.
face of their new collaboration. Additionally, all promotion of his music was
Probably a
pulled
good
by
idea.
UMG and Interscope. The dude
Should we
lost
sponsor this
everything just
murder-
about as
this
fast as
guy
he gained
that's
it. And until
involved
he's
in a
officially ruled
murder?
not guilty, people are of
Potentially?
course going to be
Maybe not.
scrutinizing his every move. But on top of that, the internet
Let's
is
put
also
the brakes
accusing
on this
David
one.
of moderating his own subreddit, only to
call.
allegedly delete critical posts of him amidst this whole investigation into Celeste's death. So apparently, because David was listed as the sole moderator of his account, users accused him of trying
I
to
wonder
control-
what his Crocs were like. They say Celeste and like murdered. I murdered her and shit on the side. Or, I don't know how much more the guy needs to spell. There's like knives and shit on it. Cool, dude. Blood stains all over him. I would have liked to seen the design. It's probably all like connected to murder too.
the narrative and portray himself in a more positive light. But hours later, the subreddit was locked. And then to make things even worse for him now, according to TMZ, an investigator confirmed that he's now a suspect. So
Why
at
does this
very
guy have a
moment-
kid's rug on the wall? I have no idea. He actually, I guess that's like some kind of IKEA rug that they don't make anymore. So he like had them made again, and then he's got like different designs and shit, like a space one, and I don't know. He sells like kid rugs. I have no idea why. I wouldn't want one.
It definitely does not look
Maybe
good
a lot
for
of
Dave.
his viewers are kids, I guess. I'm assuming. He's got like a little duck on his mic and stuff, like little toy thing. I don't know. I have no idea.
David or his actions online. And what's also kind of shocking is there's still
25 years
no
ago.
information that's came out about
Yeah, I don't
what
know.
actually happened to
That
Celeste.
shit was like,
I'll just be honest.
I was like already a grown adult when those came out, probably. So I never had one.
Don't know. Nobody has stepped forward, even wanting to be
Kind of cool though. It's got a little track around it. You can drive your Hot Wheels and stuff around. Kind of fun.
anonymous off the record and said, listen, I
Not
know
a
what
bad
happened.
idea.
So
We're dropping
it's very
frames again,
bizarre that
Danny.
there's this many people involved that have stayed this quiet for this long, especially like when they're young. And it's like they're all lawyered up.
And as of recording this video, that's about all we know. But I'll update you guys when something big in this investigation happens. So subscribe if you're new, drop a like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.
Wow. Guess we'll have to stay tuned for more. All right, looks like XQC is going to attempt to gamble on stake while streaming on Twitch after they changed their gambling policy. Let's see.
So you can have stake in real life, right? You can have slots because everybody plays crypto slots online.
Wait, Twitch appears to be entering the crypto gambling advertising arena with their latest Rollbit CS2 Budapest major partnership. Twitch had banned Rollbit, Stake, Duelbits, and Roobet in a 2022 gambling update. In the same particular, Twitch claims gambling rules apply specifically to direct promotion or linking, not to branding to other physical medias that appear during broadcasts. So they've like changed their policy. Looks like money talks and bullshit logs. Like, oh yeah, maybe we do like gambling
on Twitch, right? But you cannot have the logo on the screen and the slot spinning. Yo, chat, I just thought about a wait. Oh, yo, I'm gonna break. Yo, hold on. Hey, hold on. Chat, I could do the craziest thing today and make them fix the rules just for me. I get a big ass banner, stick banner, top right, the entire fucking room. And I spin stake slots without the logo on top. I remove it, right? I crop it at the top so there's no logo at the top. And you just see the slots. So it's the same thing as everybody else within the confines of this rule, a physical ad. A physical ad plus, now what? Now what would be the argument for me getting banned? I would be absolutely within the confines of the rules, no?
That appear. Twitch has confirmed the Rollbet sponsor.
Okay.
Gentlemen, gambling is back in a big way. Since when is branding not a promotion in itself? It is.
To my
this is like whenever. Do you remember back in like middle school? Whenever you'd be running down the hall,
shipping from the closest warehouse.
He's gonna do it, Danny. We'll have to stay tuned to see how that goes. XQC calls for Hassan Piker to be banned on Twitch after telling a 33-month subscriber to effing die.
You got to get some workouts in, man. You eat more than Austin Peas. Dude, I'm literally... all right, first of all, dude, never do this, okay? Never do this. Just never do that, okay? Fucking die if you're going to do that, okay?
Wow.
That's number one.
I saw that.
Wow.
Who the fuck do you think you are, bitch? Suck my fucking cock.
God, dude.
This is absolutely TOS. People have gotten banned consistently for telling people shit like that over and over. Absolute, it's a clear rule break that Mojo would get banned for 100%.
Yeah, he knows.
They even
people.
ban people for jokes to have that. E-Rob was banned.
I made some homemade.
But like I said, the son is. Let's be honest. He's kind of like.
I made some homemade keto chili earlier. Some low carb.
You got to get
chili.
some workworkouts in, man. You eat more than
really
Austin
good.
Peas.
Oh no, it's
dude. I'm literally. All right. First of all.
More frames. No. No. Working. I don't know. I'm trying different servers. Sometimes that fixes it. How are we doing now? Oh, we're dropping more frames already. Damn it. Well, let's hope it holds. Here's Osmond Gold's reaction to it's dropping again. Damn it. We're just gonna have to call it a night. Let's see. Guys, I think we might just have to go do some IRL. Thank you for watching tonight's Kick News. And if you want to see past some previous episodes, check out Burger Planet on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night. Thanks.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.